Welcome back, everyone, to the Frequency and Flow Podcast. I'm your host, Kimberley Hamilton, nurse of 20 years, author, mindset coach, creator of the Six Pillar Transformational Program, and your guide on this beautiful journey of transformation. Today, we're talking about something that has the power to completely transform your life if you truly understand it. Your happiness should never be in the hands of another person. I'm going to say that again. Your happiness should never be in the hands of another person. Not your spouse, not your children, not your parents, not your boss, not your friends, not social media, not strangers. No one. Because the moment your happiness becomes dependent upon someone else's behavior, approval, validation, attention, or acceptance, you've unknowingly handed over your power. Today, we're talking about what others think of you is none of your business. Why people sometimes try to pull you into low vibrations. How to stop carrying other people's emotional baggage. How to protect your energy. And how to choose your frequency regardless of what's happening around you. Before we dive deeper, I want to make sure you have something that will truly support your journey. I created the Shift to Rise Starter Kit just for you. It's completely free, and it's packed with affirmations, journal prompts, a 7-day check-in, and a quick visualization practice to help you align and rise into your highest frequency. This is the very first step to creating the transformation you've been craving, and I don't want you to miss it. All you have to do is head on over to my Stand store. That's stand.store/Kimberley Hamilton 08 and download your free kit today. So if you're ready to start shifting old patterns and stepping into the woman you're becoming, go grab your kit now. And that's stand.store/Kimberley Hamilton 08. Your free starter kit is waiting for you. Segment 1. What others think of you is none of your business. So, one of the greatest lessons I've learned is this. People see you through the lens of their own experiences, not yours. So think about that. People judge you based on their wounds, their fears, their insecurities, their limitations, and their beliefs. Someone can call you arrogant because you're confident. Someone else can call you inspiring because you're confident. The behavior is identical. The interpretation changes. Why? Because people project. Many times we spend years trying to convince people who we are. Trying to explain ourselves, trying to defend ourselves, trying to make people understand. But what if their misunderstanding of you isn't your burden to carry? You see, you can be kind and still be misunderstood. You can be genuine and still be criticized. You can have a pure heart and still be judged. The problem isn't always you. Sometimes it's the lens they're viewing you through. And the moment you stop needing everyone to approve you, that's the moment you become free. Let's take a moment to breathe and align. If you're on a path to healing, growth, or self-discovery, I've created the perfect trio to support you. Start with my ebook, Embarking on Your Personal or Spiritual Journey, a Comprehensive Guide, which is a sacred roadmap for anyone navigating a spiritual or personal awakening. Then dive deeper with my Making the Choice to Change, where I share real tools and mindset shifts that helps me rise from surviving to thriving. And to truly integrate your growth, don't miss the Awaken Her Journal, created by me, which is a guided experience designed to elevate your gratitude, self-care, emotional check-ins, and alignment. This is more than reading. It's soul work. Get your ebooks and journal now at stan.store/Kimberley Hamilton 08 and give yourself the gift of transformation. I have a reflection question. Ask yourself, how much of my energy is spent trying to manage other people's opinions of me? I'll wait. Segment 2. Stop outsourcing your happiness. Many people unknowingly hand their emotional remote control to others. They say things like, oh, I'll be happy when he chooses me, she calls me, they apologize, or I get the promotion, or my family approves, or when people support me. The problem? You're making your happiness conditional. You're saying, my peace depends on someone else's behavior. That is one of the fastest ways to lose yourself. Because people are unpredictable. People change. People disappoint. People leave. People have bad days, and people are human. If your joy is tied to the actions, your emotional state will constantly fluctuate. True freedom comes when you decide, I choose joy regardless. Not because life is perfect, but because your peace is an inside job. Many people tend to wait for validation before they can feel worthy. But worthiness isn't earned. Worthiness is recognized. You are worthy before the relationship. Oh, you are worthy before the promotion. And you are worthy before the applause. Segment 3. Not everyone wants to see you rise. Now, this is a difficult truth. You see, some people benefit from your low vibration when you lacked boundaries. Now, let's be honest. Some people are comfortable when you're insecure or you're doubting yourself, you're playing small, or you're seeking permission. Because your growth, it forces them to confront their stagnation. Your healing reminds them of what they haven't healed. Your confidence reminds them where they're lacking confidence. And sometimes people will unconsciously try to pull you back down. Not always because they're evil, but because misery loves company. You've heard the saying, you start eating healthy, they make fun of it. You start setting boundaries, they call you selfish. You start protecting your peace, they accuse you of changing as you're supposed to change. And of course you've changed. Growth requires change. The goal is not to become who they need you to be. The goal is to become who God created you to be. Looking for inspiration, transformation, and tools to help you elevate your life? Then I invite you to visit my website at www.kimberley-hamilton.com. Hi, I'm Kimberley Hamilton, nurse of 20 years, author, mindset coach, speaker, and host of the Frequency and Flow Podcast. My mission is simple: to help people shift their mindset, align with their purpose, and rise into the highest version of themselves. When you visit my website, you'll find printed editions of my books, including Making the Choice to Change, A Peek into My Journey, and Embarking on Your Personal and Spiritual Journey. These powerful reads are filled with lessons, reflections, and practical tools designed to support your personal growth journey. You'll also discover my exclusive Shift to Rise signature collection featuring signature branded mugs, inspirational notebooks, empowerment planners, and motivational magnets. Each item was created with intention to serve as a daily reminder that your transformation begins with the choices you make every day. Want to meet me in person? Visit the events section of the website to find upcoming speaking engagements, wellness events, workshops, and appearances. I'd love the opportunity to connect with you, hear your story, and support you on your journey. Whether you're looking for personal development resources, meaningful gifts, transformational coaching, or inspiration to help you move forward, everything you need is waiting for you in one place. Your next chapter starts with one decision. Your future is waiting for you to say yes. Your shift begins today. Visit www.kimberley-hamilton.com. Tap into your frequency and live in your flow. Segment 4. You do not have to entertain misery. Okay, friends, now, just because someone is miserable doesn't mean you have to join them. Let's say that again for the people in the back. Just because someone is miserable doesn't mean you have to join them. Just because someone is miserable doesn't mean you have to join them. You can have passion without participation. You can love someone without carrying their emotional weight. You can support someone without drowning beside them. Too many people mistake boundaries for being unkind, and boundaries are not walls, they're wisdom. You can acknowledge someone's pain and still protect your peace. You can hear negativity and choose not to absorb it. You can witness chaos and remain centered because energy is contagious, but so is emotional discipline. I have a question for each one of you. Who are you becoming when you repeatedly entertain conversations that leave you drained? What would happen if you started choosing conversations that leave you inspired instead? Segment 5. Raise your frequency anyway. The most powerful people are not the people who never encounter negativity. They're the people who don't stay there. Life happens. Disappointment happens. Heartbreak? Oh, it happens. Criticism happens. Conflict definitely happens. But frequency is a choice. Every day you have a decision. Will I react or will I respond? Will I absorb or will I observe? Will I stay here or will I rise? You don't raise your frequency because life is easy. You raise your frequency because you understand your power. You understand that your thoughts create emotions. Your emotions influence your actions. And your actions create the outcomes. And if you want a different life, you must cultivate a different frequency. No one can do it for you. Here are 5 powerful affirmations I want you to affirm over yourself this week. 1. I no longer place my happiness in the hands of others. 2. My peace is my responsibility and my priority. 3. What others think of me does not define me. 4. I release the need for approval and embrace my authentic self. And 5. I choose to rise above negativity and align with my highest frequency. Your journal prompts for this week, I want you to sit and reflect on. 1. Where in my life have I been allowing someone else to control my emotional state? 2. What opinions from others am I still carrying that no longer belong to me? 3. How would my life change if I fully trusted my own worth? 4. Who or what consistently lowers my frequency? And what boundaries need to be created? And 5. What daily practices help me reconnect with peace, joy, and personal power? My beautiful friends, your happiness is not a group project. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Your happiness is not a group project. Your peace is not dependent on someone else's choices. Your worth is not determined by another person's opinion. You were not placed here to shrink, explain, convince, or perform for acceptance. You were placed here to remember who you are, to stand in your truth, to protect your energy, to honor your journey, and to raise your frequency regardless of who chooses to come with you. Because at the end of the day, what others think of you is none of your business. But what you think of yourself changes everything. Until next time, keep shifting, keep rising, and keep flowing. This is Kimberley Hamilton, and you've been listening to the Frequency and Flow Podcast. Tap into your frequency, live in your flow. If today's episode is resonating with you and you're feeling that pull to go deeper on your journey, I've got something just for you. Head on over to my Stan store at stan.store/Kimberley Hamilton 08, where you'll find transformational tools to support the very topics that we're talking about today. From my empowering ebooks to guided journals like Awaken Her, everything is designed to help you shift, rise, and realign with your highest self. Don't just listen, take inspired action. Visit stan.store/Kimberley Hamilton 08 and start your next level today.